We actually just built this Japanese moss garden in Aidan's backyard. Hey guys, Lucas here from Mossify.
Aidan here from Mossify.
And we're actually here in Aidan's backyard. He mentioned to us that there's a little corner in his yard that's not growing grass real good. And we're like, we have a moss farm. We're doing live moss landscape projects. Let's just do a Japanese moss garden in your backyard. We have some materials here. We just got everything ready. We want to take you along for the ride. So we want to show you how to build a Japanese garden in your backyard.
Yeah, so if you're like me, you got a backyard with beautiful grass, but there's one stubborn place where, as you can see, it's really wet and it's very shaded. The best way to make use of that space is to create a beautiful mini Japanese moss garden. So we're gonna show you how to do it.
I guess we'll just run through the materials real quick. What are we using in this job, and what are the requirements to make this job successful? So over here, we have some sand. So this sand is going to be used for some pavers and just leveling everything out. We have some of these beautiful polished black rocks in that Japanese theme. And then we have these pavers that we cut to size. I had some extra at my house, so figured we just put a walking path. And then we have these beautiful sandstone moss rocks. They already came pre-moss, so we got really lucky with these. Really Japanese vibe on these rocks. And then over here, obviously we have the star of the show. So we got these beautiful live moss specimens. So we have a mix of decranum here, and this is all harvested at our farm in Northern Ontario. So you can see the beautiful vibrant colors, and when we add water to this moss, it'll just come to life. So we're super excited about that. We got some native ferns. So these are Canadian native ferns. We have some hardy bamboo plants. So we're super excited to get these in the ground and watch them grow. And then the star of the show, a mini Japanese maple. It is such a beautiful plant. Shout out to Kim's Nature for this Japanese maple. It is just so dainty and cute. We're excited to make it the star of the show. But over here, this is where the magic is gonna happen. So we have our soil tester and we're reading the pH. It's at 6.6 right now. That's what it's reading. And so we're at a neutral point in the pH. And so we have this soil acidifier to drop that a little bit lower. We wanna be at about a 5.5. That's the optimal point for most mosses. But you can see this ground is naturally very moist and wet. So it's perfect for moss, and we can see some examples of some moss growing in it already. And then we also have this water feature from Aquascape. So it's meant to be indoors, but we're going to modify it. We're going to make it an outdoor water feature. And we have this little Japanese decor piece. And then obviously the star of the show, beautiful decranum mood moss. We have everything ready and we're super excited to get it going. I'm really excited for the project.
I'm super pumped. We've spent 15 years making this backyard beautiful, and this is the one spot that we just haven't been able to achieve that. And I think today is the day that that's finally going to change. So I can't wait.
All right, so this is really the first step. Before you want to break ground, before you want to do anything too serious, you want to lay everything out and make sure you actually like what you're going to do before you go crazy. So we dry laid all the stone with all the plants. We even put the walkway at the water feature. So I think we're generally pretty happy with the idea. So yeah, just a rough layout. We got the stones in there, the black stones, so we know that roughly what that's gonna look like. And
excited, let's do this. We got this little corner here with the Japanese maple, a couple feature rocks. So we're ready to go.
We actually have Japanese music playing as well. So we're zen right now. We're in our zen. We're just gonna zen out and moss it out. So now that we laid everything out, we did a dry run. We're gonna remove everything and start the process and actually dig in. And that's where the real fun starts. So let's get it. All right, guys, so we cleared all the other soil and debris and the old grass, whatever was left that was there. A comment saying obviously measure twice, cut once. So that's what we're gonna do. We're going to lay out everything again, just to make sure all of our measurements and layout is correct. And then dig some holes for these plants, put those guys in, and then we'll get to the pathway. All right, so we dug our holes for the plants, and now what we're gonna do is scrape up the surface a little bit with a rake, and we're gonna add some soil acidifier. So all you really do is really just scrape it up a little bit, get that top layer a little bit loose. And then this bag says about half a cup for 100 square feet. So what we're gonna do is just get a handful and really just spread it all across, and yeah, it should be good. So we're just gonna spread this out evenly here. So this will help drop down this neutral soil to a more acidic soil, what moss prefers. So we're just gonna go ahead and get that done for the whole thing. And then we're going to put a weed fabric here, put some sand, level it off, and put those stepping stones in, make sure everything's level, and then go from there. We are using live moss for this project, but I did want to say we have a growable moss. So these are fragments and spores of moss that you can mix in with the soil and spread on top of the soil, and you can grow moss. It takes a little bit longer, 3 months you'll start seeing results, but it could take up to 3 years to get to this level. So you can spread out these fragments throughout the soil and on top of the soil. This bag covers about 15 square feet. Once you spread these moss fragments on the soil, it will grow moss. So it's super cool. It does take a lot of effort and a lot more care. Again, we have to make sure that acidity is there. We have to make sure that it is a shaded area and it is very moist. We have some irrigation. So we have two options: live moss, pre-grown moss, and moss fragments. These moss fragments take about 3 years to grow to this thickness, but this live moss, this is pre-grown, ready to go. We just lay it down, give it a water, and you have live moss. Just maybe in between. All right, everyone, as you can see, we're pretty well done. So we added the black stone there, we raked everything out, we added those large stones, and now it's time for the main event, the main attraction, which is the live moss. So join us while we install this live moss in this Japanese moss garden.
full kind of?
Yeah, we can leave it open a bit.
I guess we're talking about
Almost there, almost there.
Maybe. Oh, you got the grove of moss, right?
You have to break some up, maybe. So you want stones over here?
Alright, bro, this is sick.
All right, so there we have it. We just completed the job. I'm pretty happy with it. How do you feel?
I think it looks insane. It looks amazing.
As you can see, we watered everything. We are just letting the moss absorb that water and have that initial wake up period. But I think it looks absolutely stunning. And yeah, we're just gonna keep maintaining it and show you some updates. But this is just a short tutorial how to create your Japanese moss garden. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment on what you think of this project. Would you do this in your garden? Have you ever thought about using moss in your lawn? Drop a comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.